Hey everybody, it's Kate Richburg, and it is Friday, January 10th. It's the Great Bead Extravaganza preview, my friends. I'm here, you're here, everyone's here. I've got mixes to show you. I've got the project to show you. We're going to have a fun time this morning. A big shout out to everyone's here. A big thank you to Janice on the other side of the computer who is moderating. Oh, I don't know why I have my ear. I'm like, why am I not hearing everything? It's because I still have my earbud in. I don't need it. No podcast listening right now. So that's my story. It is the I'm also distracted by how I didn't put my lipstick on evenly. So let me do that and tell you that it is the Friday preview night for the Great Bead Extravaganza. Tonight at 5 p.m. Pacific, all of the Great Bead Extravaganza participants are going to be doing our preview night. 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. All the companies will be here. We'll all be sharing different projects, different things for everybody to see. But I want to put it up here just as a reminder. You can enter to win this weekend. Every Great Bead Extravaganza, the companies band together, and we all toss in a $50 gift card, a virtual gift card that you folks can use at each of our companies. So if you jump over to the Great Bead Extravaganza Facebook group, you can sign up there. You put in your email. Your email info stays private with those of us at the Great Bead Extravaganza, and you are entered to win a $500 shopping spree. That's 10 companies, $50 from each. So super fun, really worth entering. So that's happening all weekend. It's over on the Great Bead Extravaganza Facebook group. Let's see. Mary has a question. And yes, the answer is if you joined the Great Bead Extravaganza Facebook group during the last events, you are still there. Our group has almost 12,000 members, maybe more than that. And then there's also our page, which is more informational, but the broadcasts go there as well. So yes, you can find it. A lot of us, like individual companies, we also stream to our regular platforms, but we all stream to the Great Bead Extravaganza page and group here on Facebook. So you'll find all of that there. So yes, you are there. Let's see. Great to have you all here. Thinking about everyone still in the path of the fires here in California. Hopefully we can get a handle on those this weekend. But thinking about you, all of you. And Elaine, the email went out, so double check your spam. And you can also contact us at info@beadshop.com. Andrea can help you out just in case something went awry. Everything is in our Just In collection, right? So you can find everything there. And for the weekend, of course, we have our TGBE code. I want to double check and make sure I'm not going to give you the wrong code, so bear with me here. It is TGBE20. That is correct. So you can use that at checkout. Let me put that back up on the screen. So we have a store-wide, I was going to say worldwide. It's not worldwide. It's store-wide. The coupon code TGBE20. And you save 20% off all weekend on everything at beadshop.com. Okay, so that's my story. I'm sticking to it. I also just want to make sure something here. I need to text Drea for one moment. Right, getting a little work done and doing a live broadcast all at the same time. Okay, there we go. All right. Well, let's get to the project. Yes, and that's correct, Terry, on everything. Pardon me, but it does not apply to things in Bead Shop Studio. Okay, um, so sorry about that. But yes, everything else, the new bangles, all of that stuff. So let me add this to the broadcast and let's take a look. Okay. So we launched 9 new mixes in 11-aught. Now, let me make this solo here. Earlier this week, you saw that we also launched some Delica mixes in 10-aughts. Okay. Now, I haven't, to be perfectly honest, and I'm going to try it today on the live with you today. I haven't tried the 10-aughts in these bangles, to be perfectly honest. Okay. And I'm going to show you these bangles in a second. When I designed this project, and here it is, when I designed this project, I designed it for 11-aughts. Okay. I think that 10-aughts will work. We just need to play with the numbers a little bit. Okay. I also made, and Dria's on adding it now. I made some little notes about what fits in the large and small bangles. This is going to be on the website, so you can also take a quick screenshot of this, but I'm going to talk about this here in just a second. So let me show you first. Let's look at the mixes, and then I'm going to get into the bangles. Okay. I love these bangles. A while back, I did a project, a bangle project, where we did peyote stitch on the interior of the bangle. And I really wanted to get these back in for you. And I thought that the mix of these Delica mixes, kind of the marriage of these Delica mixes and these bangles were really terrific. So let me go over these just real quick. Tomorrow, my Great Bead Extravaganza broadcast is going to be at 10 a.m. A half hour earlier I go when it's Great Bead time. And so it's 10 a.m. and that's when I'm going to do some of the actual stitching for you folks. But I want to take a deep dive into the products right now so you get a good understanding of what's going on. Okay. This one is, let me tell you, this is the Marcella right here. This is called Mums the Word, like chrysanthemums. This one is Metallic Mix. And if you're into the Pantone color of the year, that's a great one for that. This one is called Snow Queen, and it's a nice turquoisey kind of mix. Here it's got some opaques, some transparents, some metallics in there. Let me see if I can get a little closer to this. Whoops, that's not it. Hang on. A little tighter in there. Sorry, let me get this off my screen. There we go. This one right here, this blue, this one's called Blue Lagoon. And if you like these mixes, I mean, we have some other, other seed beads and stuff in mixes. I'm sure you could also do this with 11-aughts. You could try any of the seed beads that we carry, but I love the way that the Delicas really sit nice and flat in this channel. Okay. And if you like this project, Emily has a project coming up where we also have some new cuffs for that. So I'm really excited that we're carrying these fun cuffs now. This one's Stonehenge. This one is bronze patina. Let's go to this one. This one's called Berrylicious, which is kind of funny. I like it. I really like these purples and pinks, really pretty. And then this one is also another kind of metallic. This one's called Heavy Metals. So it's similar to this one, but it's different. And I had to have both of them. I had to have them both because I love them. And you can see it's a little bit cooler. This one is a little bit warmer. Okay, so these are all the Delica mixes, okay, that we've got. And again, these are 10-aughts here. Sorry, these are 11-aughts, right? These are the new ones that we've launched. Some of the 10-aughts that we carry, this is, let me see. Like we have in the 10-aught, we have a red. This one's called Strawberry Field, so it's a little bit different. So we've got some different mixes in the two different sizes, okay? But right now we're going to focus on the 11-aughts. Now, the bangles, let me bring this here so you can see this. We have the bangles in 3 sizes. They come in just one diameter, and I'll show you that, and I'll put this on. They come in one diameter. Sorry, we couldn't get them larger or smaller, but there's just one. They come in 3 bangle widths. This is the 3/8, which is what we're calling the small. This is the medium, which is a 1/2 inch. And this is the large, which is the 3/4 of an inch. Okay. I also measured for you what the channel is in between. Okay. So if the bangle width is 3/4 here in the large, the width of the channel is about 5/8. This is kind of approximate, but that's this. And this large bangle for the peyote that you put in it with 11-aught Delicas, this is an odd count. So you need 11 beads across to fit in the channel. Okay. There's my friend Sarah. Sarah Ayler, thank you so much for joining us for the broadcast. I am so excited to see what our buddies over at Softflex do for the Great Bead Extravaganza. I know that you folks know our dear Sarah over from Softflex, so just a little shout out to my friend. Good to see you, my friend. So this is the section here that is 11 across, okay? And this is with the Berrylicious. Look at how cool that mix is. It has some dark, it has some light. I just love it. Love, love, love. So that's this one. That's the info on the large bangle. Odd count, 11-aught Delicas, base row, 11 beads. Okay. Here's the medium bangle right here. Okay. And in case you're wondering, these bangles are brass. They're unplated. If you have a tendency to have metal allergies or whatever, what I recommend, you can do a couple of things. The thing that I do is, and I'll show you, I polish these really well with our Pro Polish pad. And they shine up quite nicely. And then you can also paint the inside of this with some clear nail polish. Let that clear nail polish dry, and it acts as a good barrier. I don't have any issues with metal allergies, brass included, so they work just fine for me, but your mileage may vary. But it's very easy to get. There's a product called Jewelry Shield, or there's this product here. You can just use some clear nail polish, and it lasts for, a few months as you wear it. So this one here is the Snow Queen. This bangle, the inside diameter again across 2 5/8 or 66 millimeters is the opening. Then the bangle width, this is a 1/2 inch. Sorry, I can't quite hold this across, but you can see it there. Channel width is about 13/32 or about 10 millimeters. This takes even count peyote with 11/0 Delicas, and the base row is 8 beads across. Okay. And this one is the Snow Queen mix here. Then, last but not least, this is the Stonehenge mix, and this is the one that I completed. I want to make one in this size. This is the 3/8 of an inch bangle. Channel width is about 5/16. Even count peyote, base row of 6. This works up so quickly. I love, love, love. And you can, I just think a whole stack of these with all of the different mixes would be great. So I'm going to put this on. Let me zoom back. Hang on. Let me get this so you can see it here. Let me zoom back here. Hey, Miranda, what's your wrist size? Do you know?
I didn't know you could have a wrist size.
Yeah, can I measure your wrist size too, just for fun? Because people are asking sizes, so I'm going to give you my size. I'm going to give you Miranda's size.
Is it just like inches?
Yeah, just like inches. So keep looking at that right there. So so your wrist size is about 7 inches. My wrist size is about 6.5. So Miranda, would you slide that on, please? And it slides on. So put your cute little wrist underneath there. So there's Miranda's wrist, 7 inches. Lots of room here with the bangle. Will you take it off on camera? Do you think you can do it? So see, it's not super loose, but it's not difficult to take on and off. Thank you for that. My wrist, she's always, that's what I love about Miranda. She's always down for anything. Let me take all of this off. So if you feel like the bangle might be a little bit large for you, you could put the bangle on first, stack it up higher up here on your wrist, right? And then you could put a bracelet, that fits tighter, like this expedition bracelet here. But here's my 6.5 inch wrist. My hand is not real big, but it's not tiny, tiny. So here it is with my wrist here. Okay. So if you have a smaller wrist, I would say you could get one and then stack something, like this. Oh, and Emily is here sprinkling her wisdom throughout the broadcast. And Emily is exactly right. Pick the narrow one for larger hands and wrists and the larger one for smaller hands and wrists. Because when this larger one goes on, see, it's a little tighter for me here. It takes up a little more room. So there's the 3/4. Here is the 1/2 inch right here. Okay. And the inside diameter is 2 5/8. Okay. So you can do that, wrap it around the widest part of your hand, but it's going to fit a little bit differently because there's also width to this. The width of this is about 0.06 inches, or in millimeters, it's about 1.5 millimeters. Okay. So it's going to take up, like if it was a string, right? It would be that thickness of the string when it wraps around your hand. That's how it would fit. But you need to take away about 1.5 millimeters to get that true fit. Okay. But this is all of them fitting here. Emily is also doing a project that's coming up. She's doing a really fantastic bead embroidery project. And so we've got cuffs for that. So we should be able to adapt this project to the cuffs as well. Okay. And again, apologies. I was really hoping we could get these in the different circumferences. I know it's frustrating not to have your size, but this is what we've got. Okay. So again, apologies for that. Kathy is asking, she hasn't tried peyote stitching yet. Would this be a good project for beginners? 100%, Kathy, especially this skinny one with only 6 beads across. This goes really fast and it's even count. This one that's large, the large one that's odd count peyote isn't difficult. You just have to get into the swing of it. But even count is by rote. So either this one or the medium one, and you'll be golden. I'm going to show the how-to on Saturday. So I'm not going to really do the how-to here today too much. We're going to delve into it on Saturday on my Great Bead Extravaganza project. And yes, Emily's saying, I see you, Dawn. My project coming next month is a cuff. So yeah, I can't wait for Emily's cuff project for sure. We're also going to be delving into the world of diamond glaze. We've got it right here. It's on the website. That is how I connect my peyote stitch into the bangle. And I've been wearing this bangle everywhere. And let me tell you, it's perfect. I love how it hangs on to and binds the peyote stitch right to the cuff. It's perfect. So let's take a look. Shall we compare these? Oh, and Janice is asking about strap leather. Let me actually tell you this as well. Let's take this out. Let's these have needles attached to them. I don't want to lose these. So hang on a second here. Let me move this over. Have I already dropped? No, here's my little blue one. And I'm using Fireline with this, folks. You can use the crystal or the smoke. It doesn't make any difference, really. Let me stack a few of these up over here. I was going to try and get a sample of each of these with a little bit of peyote stitch, but that was a pipe dream. So we'll see here. This is also a great question. Lilac Pond asks, would there be any reason that one could do a loom bracelet and then apply it to the bangles? 100%, my friend. You could certainly loom, right? You could bead weave and then glue it right in. So easy. And if you prefer that, yes, yes, yes. Carrie Keaton, 100%. I'm going to show you tomorrow. We're going to talk about the diamond glaze, and I should have a finished piece ready to go tomorrow to glue in. Okay. And Janice is saying, and thank you so much with Janice's wonderful project that she did with us on Wednesday. Didn't we have a good time? I look at all of these kind of leather wrap projects. I'm trying to find Janice's. Where did I put it? They all make such a fantastic stack bracelet, right? Wrist stack, or wrist mat, wrist mess. That doesn't really work. But they make a really great stack. Janice, I've been carrying your bracelet around, and now I can't see where it is. Here it is. Here it is. I knew as soon as I said something, right? This is, everything is being restocked next week. We also have some new colors. We loved the stitched so much. Yes, arm party. That's what it is. Ems, thank you so much. It really looks great stacked. I've also been wearing lately my Kate's favorite that I haven't been wearing for a while, because I think when I we did the move or something. I couldn't find it. And I found it in a bunch of this, in a bunch of my samples. So this, I think, looks really great. You could stack a wrap bracelet, a bangle, and then a prairie from Janice. It would be really, really fun. Okay. So, and also I've been wearing the expedition bracelet with it as well, which I love. So leather, let's take a look. Here's the leather, and this is the one that I was playing with on Wednesday. Let me just lay this one down that has the surrounded in it. Let me get the skinny one first. Hang on. Miranda, would you grab me a small? Never mind. I knew, again, as soon as I'd ask, I'd find it.
That's what happens.
That's what happens. So here, I'm just laying this on top. Right? So this, if we glue this down nicely, look at how cool that looks in the bangle. Right? That surrounded fits in there just really nicely. If you macrame around the 5mm strap, right, it does fill the channel. If you have it just by itself, if you were very careful and just put it right in the center, that would work. You could also get some round leather and put one piece of round leather. See if I can make that happen. One piece of round leather. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. So good. That would glue in there beautifully with the diamond glaze. Love. I might have to do that with one of these because look at that stacked. Look at stacked with this. Look at how good that looks. And then the Kate's favorite. Look, so good. So, so good. Here's the medium. Let's see if we could get 2 strands of leather in there. Yep, 2 strands fit perfectly. Look at that. Right? Yeah, there's all kinds of things. True. We could macrame around the bangle and the leather. That would look amazing, especially if this bangle is a little bit big for you. We could do a peyote wrap bead around where the leather seam is, 100%. And I agree, Ma. I think the leather in the bangles is a really cool look. You could also then kind of down the channel that's in the center, you could add, this would stand up a little bit on top of these two. But if this were in a contrast, you could put something like that in. Or yeah, Delica in the, or leather in the middle, a tiny strip of either loomed or peyote stitched on the side. Remember this one that I loomed? Let me see. I did that bead weaving. This is that one from that wrap project I showed you on Wednesday. So here it is here. We could do something skinny in the center. And then oh, come on. Look at how good that looks. That looks great. So we could get 3 leathers across this too. Yeah, these have so much potential. I love this leather, the tan that has the blue side. I think it really adds a lot of dimension to it, right? Which I really like. We also have it in a royal blue with gray. So that would look really pretty. This one is woven. This is loomed, done on a loom. But you could also peyote stitch it, right? It would be, they would be offset, right? Like this. So, you do you for this. There's so many, many possibilities. I may have to try and put some leather with a seed beaded one. Let me do this. Yeah, see here in the medium size. Look at how cool that looks. Right? That looks great, I think. Really, really nice. It is. It's definitely like playing with building blocks for sure. Or, Mary, same, square stitch. However you wanted to achieve this flat stitch, right? You could do. So pretty simple. Okay. Janice is linking all the 5mm strap. If you go to beadshop.com, you'll see all the 5mm strap that we carry. We carry a lot of it. More strap is coming. The stitched strap is something I really love. We were playing around with it yesterday on the broadcast. Not yesterday, Wednesday. Sorry, it's Friday. I don't even know. Where am I? But that was really fun. So especially even with this bangle, you could do a stitched strap in the center and two planes on either side. There's so much. This is, I'll tell you, Michelle, this colorway. Let me go to leather. Let me go to 5mm strap. And I'll tell you, it is brown with turquoise, 5mm strap leather by the yard. And you loved it so much on Wednesday, it's sold out right now. Put yourself on the notification list. I know Janice made a big order to get all of this stuff back in. So you will see it again soon. Okay, so I'm sorry about that. Sometimes we don't touch the strap leather and it just kind of floats along, and then I show it, right? And everyone goes, oh my gosh, I need strap leather. So I promise you, it's coming back in. Mary, the beads in this loomed piece, these are the 11-aught metal seed beads, right? We have the 11-aught metal seed beads in the copper, gold, silver, antique silver, and what they called gilding matte, which is kind of a matte gold. And then the bead that I used with it, I think, is the Delica cut. So it has some shimmer to it. This project, I'll be honest, I can't remember what it's called. I think it's under leather and looming. And I think the list is there. Let me go to projects. Let me go to bracelets. Let me go to, pardon me, leather and looming. They should be in alphabetical order. There's leather and looming. And this one is called Italian Tapestry. That's what this is called. Okay, and I did 3 that time. I did one called Nautilus, one called Italian Tapestry, and one called Ivy on Stone. They were really fun to do. The leather and looming, a lot of the projects in here, you could definitely translate into something that would go into these bangles. Okay. Right angle weave certainly would work. Anything that's flat and compact and nice, and you can play around with the width here that you need. I did want to show you how the 10-aughts worked, just to give you another something else to think about. This was one of the 10-aughts that we launched a little bit later because they weren't available, I think, for the first round, but we were able to get them in for the second round. This Delica mix, this is 10-aught. This one's called Prairie. Look at how pretty that is with the kind of this, has this kind of amber tones and stuff to it. I want to get, let me get some, where's my fire line? No, there's some fire line over there. Hang on. Let me grab it. So many things on my desk. I can't find everything. You could also, friends, use KO if you wanted, but I liked the durability of the fire line. I'm using 6 pound, but you could also use 4 pound. Doesn't make much difference in this particular project. Oh, and look, the white fire line, the crystal fire line was sitting right here. That's actually what I want. So let me cut a length of this here real quick, and I will thread my needle. I am using a size 10 sharps, no surprise there. But you use whatever you like. I like the short sharps needle because I like how it feels in my hand. But you use whatever needle works. You can use a regular beading needle in size 10, size 12. Okay, there we go. Needled that thread. All right, so this is how I figure out how many beads go across. And I'm going to use this medium size one with the 10s. And let's just take a look. And I'm not going to go over the peyote stitch today too much. We're going to do that tomorrow in my segment. My segment for Great Bead Extravaganza is at 10 a.m. Pacific time tomorrow, and on all of our usual channels. So it looks like 6. Looks like this will be even count. I put them on my needle. Can you see that there? It's a little out of focus. Let me focus it in. And then I just lay it across, and you can see how it sits there really nicely. 2, 4, 6. Let me just peyote a couple of rows. Those of you who know how to peyote will know what I'm doing. Those of you who don't, you will just have to wait until tomorrow's broadcast, or we have a bunch of peyote stitch how-tos. This is just a simple, even count peyote with, and this is with the 10-aughts. The 10-aughts will go a little faster than the 11s, right? But they will definitely, it looks like they will definitely work. There we go. What I like to do is I like to make a few rows. I'll measure across what we need. Sorry, I was out of the space. Let me zoom out just a little bit. Yeah, too close. Agreed. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to turn this over. I'm going to do a couple of rows, and then I remeasure to make sure it fits in. So with 6 across, then now per row, you're only stitching in 3 at a time. So there's 1. Yeah, these 10-aughts feel so much bigger than the 11s for sure. So there's that. Let me turn it around. I'll do one more row, and then we'll check the length, or the width rather. So there's 1. And I'm glad you folks love the bangles. I love them too. And I'm really glad to be able to have them. There we go. Okay, so here's 5 rows. I think I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 rows here. Let me lay this across, and you can see, kind of hard to see here. It doesn't want to stay where I put it. But 5, this goes in just perfectly. Let me focus it. So see, there we go. And that's the prairie color there. Really nice. And it looks like since this is 6 across, if you wanted to do this with one strap of leather and one strap of peyote stitch, it looks like you'd just do a 3 across in peyote and then do the leather. So it would be kind of offset like that. That would be cool too. Okay, so these are the 3 here. And all of these mixes, so many. As I said, this was meant to work with the 11-aughts, but I'll go ahead and write one up for the 10-aughts as well, because they do, I think they look fine. They're not too tall. They fit in there really nicely, and they're just a little bit bigger. See how on the edge, if I hold this there, kind of hard to see, but the beads do stick up beyond the edge a bit, but it's not going to make any difference at all. Okay, so I'll go ahead, I'll write up another one of these so you've got that. But this is, if you want to screenshot this again right now, you can. And that's my story, my friends. I'm sticking to it. So please remember to use the coupon code TGBE20, and that is good at beadshop.com. Hang on, .com. There we go. I'm putting it in the chat here. Bear with me. There it goes. And that is valid through Monday, which is the 13th, because I know that sometimes it gets a little crazy with the Great Bead Extravaganza. But I would go ahead, my friends, and shop early, because we do have good quantities of stuff, but I know that all of these things are going to go. But I will see you tonight at 5:30. No, not 5:30. 5 p.m. Pacific time. That's 8 o'clock Eastern for the Great Bead Extravaganza preview. All of us, all the companies are going to be on, sharing with you what we're going to be making. And then the Great Bead Extravaganza starts tomorrow with a hi, hello from Candy Cooper, letting you know kind of what's going on with the Great Bead. And then Candy starts up at 8:30 a.m. Pacific time. You can also find the schedule right on our homepage at beadshop.com, and also in the Great Bead Extravaganza group. And I want to flash one more time, my friends, don't forget to jump over to the Great Bead Extravaganza. We do a great big grand prize drawing. Enter to win a $500 bead shopping spree, courtesy of all the companies in the Great Bead Extravaganza. I also will have a couple of giveaways, live giveaways on my show tomorrow. So that'll be from just me, from beadshop.com, and you do need to be present to win. So make sure you watch. All of those details will come out on the show for tomorrow. All right, my friends, I think that is it. I really appreciate you folks being here. We really appreciate your support, not only us here at beadshop.com, but it's the big Great Bead Extravaganza weekend, and all 10 of us who are small companies who work so hard to bring you the best in beads. We really, really appreciate your support. One other thing I wanted to mention about the Great Bead Extravaganza, the last segment on Sunday night is going to be a trend report given by our buddy, headed up by Neelay Patel from Silver Silk. There's some of us who are going to be on the panel. I'm going to be on the panel. We're going to be talking about trends, jewelry trends. It's going to be a lot of fun. So that hits up right after Christy Friesen for the last show of the day on Sunday. So that's that. I, again, thank you. And we will see you all weekend for the Great Bead Extravaganza. Thanks, my friend. And Janice is asking, Before you go, please hit that like, subscribe, and notification button, especially if you're watching on YouTube, either now or on replay. We would really, really love for you to help us raise those YouTube channel numbers. All right. Thanks again, folks. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.